Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Some old Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics up in your face. How's it going tonight? It is very good over here. Thought we'd start this night out a little differently and start it with some fancy red tigers. Dance Lee can't stay but hey ya. What's up, buddy? We'll try to make it back in a bit. All right, I'll be here for a while. Thanks for stopping in. Redfish, Bluefish, yo, 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 dude, what's the skinny? Dude, I messaged you earlier. I don't know where you sent me your address at, but I cannot find it, Redfish, Bluefish, and I'm trying to, uh, thank you, Dan Slee. I'm trying to, send you your stuff that you want. I couldn't find it anywhere in all my stuff, so I emailed you and you didn't answer me back. Fish Tropic, what's happening? Annie Confetti, hey, what's going on? Welcome to the stream, you guys. Yeah, thought I'd start out a little different. I got a new, my wife bought me a new tool, let's say, to hold my phone. So now I sent it again a few minutes ago. Okay, cool. Thank you. Um, so now I don't have to hold my. I emailed you. All right, cool. Thank you. I don't have to worry about using a tripod no more. About how close to get to the tank. I'm not gonna give away my secrets just yet, but now I don't do anything no more. These things were from like 1970 when you like took pictures for Rolling Stone and Playboy. I don't, they're kind of obsolete. So I got something better. So how is everybody going? How are they doing tonight on this not so bad of a day? It was kind of nicely warm out today. We were out playing some tennis in the yard. They went and bought some tennis balls over at Dollar General that are for dogs, but uh, they ended up the rubber ball inside ended up shattering into pieces. So when we were playing tennis with them, we had hit them so hard they would just shatter the insides of them. So, but yeah, so I haven't really had a chance to really ever film this tank due to the fact that a tripod doesn't get close enough. I didn't really have anything to get a camera close enough to. I've been trying a million things. Look, they're stealing that. They stole the pad. It's back there. It was all the way up front, but I mean, just like orange eye blue any tiger, they're just when they're hungry, boy, look out. But I had these. I actually bought a female, um, a buried female. I took a big chance on it. I bought a buried female, so I did. At the time, I didn't want to buy a whole colony. These shrimp aren't cheap, so I bought a buried female, and I think like I don't know 4 or 5 other shrimp with it, and got them home, and she disappeared after a while, and I thought she died. Well, next thing I knew, I had shrimplets. Well, then those shrimplets grew up. That's why I've never sold out of this tank. Those shrimplets grew up, and they just been living. Then all of a sudden, finally, they got buried again, and the little one on the bottom right, they're smaller than what they look like because I got it blown up some. But so now the tank has well, a little bigger than shrimplets now, but so they had another batch. So hopefully it'll pick up and get going. Because after that first batch, it kind of went stagnant. They didn't do anything. So what I'm thinking is there was, I don't know, too many males and not enough females or whatever, but they waited quite a long time before they got buried again. So And now I got lucky. So this is my second, the second batch here. So hopefully those, the tank will start taking off, and they'll just start back to back. I haven't called anything, so they're all, you know, from, you know, bottom grade to, what I really like, but I mean, I just can't bring myself to get rid of any of them. I think they're so sweet looking. Dude, Brian, I pulled that Mapani wood out of the green jade shrimp, changed their water, and that vomit yellow color is slowly starting to fade. Well, yeah, that's all you got to do is take the wood out. And the thing is if you want to put it back in there, you can boil it. But you might have to boil the crap out of it. The best way I found best to get rid of the tannins in wood that you want to put in your fish tank is put it in a plastic bucket outside in the sun and let it just bake. And like every 3-4 days, dump some water out, put new water in, dump the water out, put new water in until it doesn't, because that hot, it's going to make it, 90-degree water, and it'll help. I mean, unless you want to put it on your stove, but, then it's going to heat your house up. So that's how I do it. I stick it outside in a bucket and let it steep out there until all the stuff's gone. Muddy Waters shrimp, what's happening? Fetchy Red Tigers are the shrimp on my list to get. Yes, they are super sweet. I'm going to have to put a new piece of food in it. They literally stole it all the way back. Gonna hit a water change. All right, Fish Tropic, see you in a bit. Redfish, bluefish, for sure. They were eating the Mapani, turning them yellow, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It'll turn the shrimp yellow, it'll turn your water yellow. They, eat all that stuff. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know if it's Mapani wood that I have this piece of wood, not in the tank you're looking at, but the one below it. Because see, this tank is a tank from the '60s. It's got the chrome trim and it's got a slate bottom. That's not a solid glass tank. That's one of the real old ones. Well, I picked it up, but the one below it has this branch. It's supposed to be, yeah, Fish Tropic. I am here. Yeah, I know you're not leaving. Got to support my shrimp guy on the States. Well, thank you, sir. I really appreciate it. Yeah, if you got to eat and I know you're always there. Shall I share? You shall. Which sucks because Mapani yields really killer tannins, not with shrimp though. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's called Mapani that I have. There's a branch down here. Maybe a little bit I can film it. But they say at the pet store they said it's the hardest wood that the tree produces. And it's like a red skin on it. It was real expensive for a branch. I got it a little cheaper, but still, it was like marked like 40-45 bucks. And I stuck it in there, and it's really cool. The only thing that I really, it doesn't get uh, I don't know, it's not bacteria, but it doesn't grow. Yeah, like algae and stuff. It doesn't like get all frothy like some stuff does that the shrimp like. So I'm kind of they crawl all over it. I just hope it's growing something on it that they can actually benefit from. Like all the other wood, they sit and pick at it, and they can get little things out of it to benefit from. But this stuff, I mean, other than it looking super cool, I'm not sure if they get anything out of it. I wonder if I should try scooting this over. See, I always try to wait before I go moving things over, because because sometimes I jump the gun. Look at them in the back. They're just up, and there's a little baby one back there. Yeah. Boy, I hope they have another batch of babies, and I just don't know about. Maybe I can just change the lighting on this. Oops. Didn't want to do that. But the tank's got a really good light on it. It's the Fluval, I think, that I have on. There we go. I can just darken it up a little. Take some of that real brightness out of it. Yeah, something like that'll work for now. So I don't have to move nothing. Woo! Yeah, I have a. I don't know. I have an attachment to these shrimp. I don't know. Maybe if I don't even know if there's 200 in here if I'd sell any. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't care to call them. I don't. I don't care if they're more white than red or if they're white, clear or red, clear or it just to me they're just they're an artistic shrimp. The colors on them are, it's pretty phenomenal because it's like, you can look at it and go, oh, well, it's more clear than white. Well, it doesn't have to be perfect. That's where, the really high grade shrimp, yeah, they look really, really good. Would I want a tank full of them? Yeah. But, uh, off top, Redfish Bluefish says off topic question. Rumors of super cheap houses for sale in Detroit due to economic meltdown. True? Uh, don't you live in Canada? What are you thinking of moving to Detroit? You gonna come hang out in the D? Uh, I don't. I'm not sure. Economic meltdown. It's you get an economic meltdown. I mean, when I bought my house, we were at the bottom of the barrel. It was at the bottom of the. Everyone was hurting, losing their homes when I bought my house. Because I'm a union guy, so Washington. Oh, you live in Washington. Oh, that's even better. I thought you lived in Canada for some reason. Oh, that's even better. I bought extra stamps just to mail out your stuff today. Like and shared. Thank you so much to smash that like button. Thank you, Fish Tropic. You are a gentleman and a scholar. Um, yeah. But see, here's the thing: is you don't you don't want to live in Detroit. See, Detroit is the city. It's like Pittsburgh, Philly, in Pittsburgh. You don't want to live in the city. Reason is it's big, huge buildings. Union guy, yeah, I'm a union guy. 687 Carpenter out of Detroit. But the city, you go to live down in the city, it's all big buildings. Um, it's tons of buses and cabbies and uh, you know, it's just you have everything down there from panhandlers to people that'll rob you. It's just we go down there to go see if you go see the Red Wings game or football game or whatever. I mean, you still have to stay on your toes there. There's people that get robbed walking back to their cars from a football game. So downtown Detroit is not a place. I tell everybody to this day, look, everybody says, how come you don't live downtown? I'm like, I don't even take my family down there. For what? I mean, if I'm gonna watch a hockey game, I'll watch it on TV. It's just, I know what goes on down there. I live here. I lived here for, my whole life, so, you know, to live downtown and right on the outskirts, like let's say a mile outside, you don't want that either. Because that's where everyone, the neighborhoods are where they live and they go into the downtown, do their dirty work, and then they come out. You got to live like outside where I'm probably about I live in Wayne County, which is Detroit. Well, it's Wayne County, but I'm on the outskirts. I'm about, if I was to drive from my house downtown, it takes me like 17 minutes to get all the way downtown. Let's say I want to go to Ford Field to go watch a Lions game. Take me about 17 to 20 minutes to get there because I live in an area that's, really safe, and the schools are really high rated and everything. But if, yes, those shrimp are crazy. But if I went to buy this house, like let's say it wasn't at the bottom of the market, I probably never would have thought about buying it because it would have been way too expensive. But at the bottom of the market, when we went to buy it, I mean, I paid less than half. So it was a no brainer to get in and then have equity. So, but yeah, you don't want, I mean, if you're even thinking about it, yeah, you can get cheap houses here. If the economy's bad, move down here, but just make sure it's outside Detroit. You never want to, like Chicago, you don't want to go move in the city down there. I mean, I don't know if you ever been to Chicago, but it's not, I mean, you got the trains, the L's running overhead, and it's not, it's more like tourist stuff. That's what I'm saying. You don't want to live in the city because it's all touristy stuff, and you want to live on the outskirts where there's property and you see trees and not close to a city, a main city like this. It's not. Yeah. Cooper Cichlids, hey, what's going on, buddy? Nice to see you here. Sorry I missed a couple of your streams that you've had lately. Last night I was on here real late, and I was taking some orders really late. I got up really late today, so I seen them, and I will get to them. I promise you. No, I don't want to live in the D, but was curious about cheap industrial spaces and all. But yeah, I mean, if you're, yeah, excuse me, yes. Well, you got to figure where I live, we're used to having 10 Coney Islands around, in the city. Well, with everything that's going on, we're going to be lucky to have one. So there's going to be empty buildings everywhere. There's going to be empty everything everywhere. So yeah, and even downtown, it'll be, even worse. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff that you can buy. People are going to be dying to get rid of it because even people that own the building, how are they going to pay taxes on it if no one's in it renting it? So yeah. Yeah, we have bad places in Seattle, man. Oh yeah, but every city's got bad places. That's the thing is the downtown areas aren't places for people to to live. I mean, they're just not. It's I don't wish anybody to live in a downtown area because for one, like I said, it's all commercial. There's no life. All it is traffic all day, loud noises, exhaust gases, it's horrible, and even like gas stations and all that. I mean, pull up to a gas station downtown Detroit, you just feel it's, blistering hot and there's big, huge buildings around it. And it's like, it's, I don't know. It just doesn't feel comfortable like going into a gas station. I don't like going. I just don't go downtown. It's just not unless I'm working. Like at Cobo Hall doing an auto show or something. That's totally different. But Floyd Conrad. Oh, hello, sir. It's like, how are you? Are you new to the stream? I don't remember seeing your name. If you are, welcome. Matthew Moore Cichlids, what's up? Thanks for the invite. Oh yeah, Mr. Fish Tropics, invite people. Thank you so much, and thank you everyone for showing up. Cooper Cichlids, yeah, I gotta get to your stuff. I seen was that your nephew's tank or something? You put something up. I was getting ready to jump into it, but I had to go to the post office today, take packages, and I don't watch anybody's stuff today. No joke. I live on an island in the sea because that's how hard cities suck. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm eating dinner and lurking. That's always cool. I do not mind it. Yeah, last night, geez, oh Pete. I mean, it sounds funny that I get excited over it, but last night I hit a whole 13 viewers. Woo! I did good last night. Broke my my max here. So if I hit 14, man, I'm on my way to 100 quick. It's looking good. All right. Yeah, these actually these fancy red tigers are doing way better than what I thought they were gonna do. Usually they're not. They don't like to show up for the camera. They don't. They know when I'm filming them, and they don't want to hang out and see. They're gonna. It's just this lighting that makes it look too white. I got the brightness turned down too, boy. I don't want to turn it down too much. What I could do is go move the camera, because see, that's where the brightness is supposed to be. So let me scoot the camera over a little. All right. Let's see how that looks. I tell you, you buy tank lights, for how bright they can be, not for how good you can stream, how good you can stream and make them look. That's the only bad thing. And this application really doesn't allow you to do too much. So I got brightness and contrast. It's just how they're sitting. I can't stand it when it does that. That's cool, buddy. I need some more shrimp. Fish Tropic got that chicken pot pie, and we don't care. Shoot. What is that, Matt? Wake up early in your expensive downtown loft, make some coffee, and then listen to the howl of feral junkies traipsing through nature. Oh yeah, that's about how it is. Awesome looking shrimp. Thank you, Matthew Morris Cichlids. It's the lights on it. Let me see if I can scoot it back. The lights on it are really bright. They're the Fluval. The Fluval, I don't know if they're 2.0s but they're real bright. This tank, the foliage in it's crazy. Um, let's see what kind of look I can get from wait. No, you're not gonna get much. But just the lights make my plants grow really, really good. The fluvals, I mean, I have aqueons on my whole shrimp rack, but the fluvals are just, they're really, really good. They're a good light. They do really good. They grow my mosses like crazy. There's no complaint. Plus, they hook up to my phone, so I could set them. They came out with the new Pro settings, so it's not like you have to buy another light. Now it gives you way more stuff to be able to do, and I didn't have to pay no extra. So Fluval hooked you up. Yeah, Fluval lights are nice. Um, they're and they're bright. So, can you tell us how we can purchase some of your awesome shrimp and products? Get gills. Uh, I have well, I don't know if Fish Tropic knows how to do it. I set up you can go, it's here, hold on. It's on my Facebook, or it's on my Instagram. Hold on, I'll punch it up. I have to change the name of it. I'm really sorry to everybody about this, but Facebook, I don't know. Somebody was mad, or just felt like, I don't know, telling on me or something, but they came to find out that my real name is not Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics. and they made me change it. Unless I could give them a piece of mail that said Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics on it. So I'm going to actually do that, or I'm going to just put it in my name and shut my regular name or my regular Facebook off. So here's what you look up. So there you go. Because I updated, I put all the prices on Facebook now on my Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics. Um, yeah, it's well, I did what you. Oh, hey, Mr. Sleazeback. All right. I did what you said, Fish, and I put it all. I uploaded it all on Instagram too. So all my shrimp with the prices are all uploaded on Instagram. Yeah, Facebook, yeah, literally contacted me, shut down my website, and said, "Is your name really Detroit Shrimp Aquatic?" And I didn't answer them. They said, "You need to send us a picture of your photo ID or a piece of mail that shows that, uh, you know, there's something named Detroit Shrimp and Aquatic." Well, I don't have that, so I had to send a picture ID, and so we sent my wife's because I have a Facebook page. And so what I was gonna do is just shut my Facebook page off and just put my name on this one, take my wife's off, so people put two and two together. But yeah, I don't like how they give me a issue because I name it Detroit Shrimp Aquatics when there's a million people out there that have a fish Facebook page that's not their real name. I mean, Two Guns McGee or Shorty Doo Wop is not somebody's name, but they have Facebook pages with those names. That's what I'm saying. I don't care. I'm sure somebody, probably reported it, because I don't know, they're upset. Who knows? But I I'm not gonna complain about it. I just put a name on it. What's the big deal? It's just I have to let people know hey, this is how you gotta go about finding me on Facebook. Now, see, I want to do a web page, but I just haven't gotten to find somebody that can help me out with it yet. So that's why I'm using the Facebook. Once I make my web page, then I'm gonna dump Facebook. I won't need it anymore. I mean, I like uploading videos on there so people can see them and stuff like that, but I'd rather just do it. I mean, Instagram doesn't come, say anything to me because my Instagram page is called uh, Detroit Shrimp Aquatics. It's Detroit period shrimp period. I think it's and period aquatics because I tried to put it all as one and there was Detroit Shrimp Aquatics. I think for downtown, there's something downtown. So they made me put the period in between to make it I don't know, my way or something. But once I get a URL and everything, I'll be able to do it. Yeah, I didn't want to do it, but I had a lot of information on my Facebook, so I didn't want to lose it. And then, I didn't even think of doing the Instagram thing until Fish Tropic, uh, brought it up, about just booting everything on there because he started sending everybody to Instagram to purchase shrimp off of me or just to leave a comment or something. And so I went over there and I uploaded all the photos on my Instagram, and I put prices on all the shrimp also. So, if you don't want to go to Facebook, all you got to do is just go to Instagram under Detroit Shrimp Aquatics or Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics. You'll find it. It's got a shrimp picture on it. I mean, it won't be hard. Dansley at Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. The dashes. Yeah. Thank you, Dan. Yeah. Got to keep all platforms. You need more. I was Biff McDonker. Heir to the McDonker millions. Got an Instagram now, Detroit. Thank you, Mr. Slee. Thank you very much. Yeah, set up Fishbook. That's what we should set up. Yeah, it's just thank you, Fish Tropic. It's just you know, I'm just not a computer savvy kind of guy, so I'm learning and I'm teaching myself. My wife helps, and I mean even my son helps. So, like I tried to say, I didn't go to school and learn all this computer stuff. My smarts are here, and I'm good with numbers and stuff, measuring, cutting, building, stuff like that. I just never, when I was a kid, so I try to tell everybody when I was a child, there really wasn't a computer type thing. They were like in libraries, and libraries don't exist anymore. So you could go to the library and use a computer. You didn't have one at home. Then as you got older, I mean, we didn't even have cable when I was a kid. There wasn't even cable. Then when I got to a certain age, it came out with this little box called On TV, and it had a little knob in the center. You'd click it. It was at Fridays at 8 o'clock. You'd turn it, and a movie would come on. I mean, I'm not trying to say I'm ancient. I'm not. I'm not even 50, but when I was growing up, these things weren't like in the house. Like now, I have this really nice laptop. We didn't have this stuff. For you couldn't learn computer stuff. And then in high school you had typing class. You didn't have computers, you had typing. So you had to go in there, put your hands perfect and type. Well, I'm sorry, I'd rather make money than run a typewriter. So I decided to go make some calluses on my hand and go work in the sun and build stuff for a living and make a good living. Then they came out, computers and stuff, and it's like, okay, all right, thanks, Fish Tropic. And then, so now, I mean, maybe I could have got into them when I was in my 20s, but I just, it's like, oh, I gotta go online for this. Oh, okay, I gotta do my unemployment on here. But it was, even then, I'd go to unemployment office, be like, hey, could you guys help me out? But so, kind of now I'm kicking myself in the butt trying to get it going, so. But, Twitter. Yeah, I don't have a Twitter account. Snapchat, don't have that. What is, God, what's that other thing on here that I can hook up, off of Streamlabs? It's, Twitch. Is that? Because somebody said, because I was like, well, I can go through Twitch too and YouTube. I can stream through both, but somebody's saying that Twitch has like a really small, like a hobby following in that. So I didn't really push too hard to get there. Or I'm not sure. So that's my main playground. Hardly put my content on YouTube or Facebook. Yeah, but I can't like stream like this on Instagram. I have to do something on YouTube, don't I? I mean, I can't stream from Streamlabs to Instagram. I mean, that'd be cool if I could, but Fish try. What's this? Dance Sleep websites are easy nowadays. It can help if you got questions. to get out. Yes, 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 yeah. I have my questions. Ancient Aliens world premiere tonight. Instagram.com Detroit. Clickbait. Donation. Oh, that's my thing. Yeah, that's the clickbait thing's funny. Cause there's a guy. What's that guy? He fixes cars. Anyways, I'm not gonna say his name. But he always puts like, I quit or I closed down my garage. I'm not fixing cars no more. And you're like, what? You quit? And you click on there, and he doesn't even touch base on it. He's just like talks about whatever, but he got you to click on there and watch his stuff. I'm like, this is no fair. So I know about that clickbait stuff. Ancient Aliens world premiere. Oh, I love it. That's hilarious. You guys kill me, boy. You guys kill me. Uh oh, we lost 3 viewers. Must not be very good tonight. I might have to change the fancy red tigers. All right, let me see if I get that blue bolt tank. It is a crappy picture. I'm not gonna lie. Well, let me see if I can get these red pintos excited. You're a son of a bitch. See if food get caught up on the plant, or am I not even over there yet? I drop it and it landed right on the brains of the plant. Oh, there we go. Is that clear? Yeah, it's not too bad. I just got scooted over. Well, we'll wait, see what happens, see how many come in. This is my mixed tank. Now I have just the red head. You know, some got a little red on their belly, like that one right there in the middle on the bottom and in the back. That I think, yeah, they're all like that. They're just got the red head with the white spots. I have a tank of just those, and they breed true. Um, so yeah, they're mixed pintos. That's my mixed pinto tank. Yeah, so I think there's even a red Bolton here, and I think one or two fish bones. What are you selecting for the fancy red tiger colony? Uh, nothing. What do you mean? Am I culling or something out of it? I'm not right now. It's they're only on the initial batch because I bought a female that was buried, so I didn't have to buy a whole colony. She had her babies, they grew up, and now they finally just had another set, and that's the little ones that's in there now. I can't bring myself to call any of them uh, because I like them so much, you know. So it's hard for me to want to call them just yet. So I'm waiting. Warrior Planet Tanks. Ooh, that's a good name. What's good, fam? Hey, what's happening? Welcome to the stream. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I dropped it down, it floated, flipped back and forth, and then beak right on the plant. I was like, oh, So I had to go get it knocked out. I'm gonna have to move this. I didn't know that the substrate was below like that. I don't think I could. Yeah, moving that ain't gonna help none. I just figured they'd yank it out of the way. See, they're trying to pick it up, so hopefully they'll adjust it. If not, I can go move my phone and uh, tweak it in some more. Yes, sir. Yes, hit that thumbs up. Hit that like button, please. Greatly appreciated. I don't have a problem asking. Uh, I'm not proud. I'll take a thumbs up anytime. Cool. Makes sense making numbers right now. Yeah, it's, it's. I don't think I have the stock, Dan, to start to pick out yet and go, okay, this is good. This isn't what I'm looking for. So, yeah, see, they're pulling it away now. I'm just, I don't think it's there yet. I don't know what each male has to offer. Um, and I'd be afraid that I go, well, this male doesn't look that good, so I'm going to pull him out. Let's say he's got the gene to really make a really nice fancy red tiger, and I got rid of him. So until there's quite a few in there, and I could really go, well, this one looks better than this one. But isn't that always a thought? Isn't that a fear that just because a male doesn't look exactly the way you want it to, you pull it out, but that male could be the one that carries the gene to produce, because it's kind of like how stuff skips a generation, even with human beings, things skip a generation. So, like balding, gray hair, bad eyes, anything. I had great eyes until I started, no kidding, until I started messing around with cell phones. Never wore glasses in my life, never needed glasses in my life. Started using them cell phones, and all of a sudden I needed glasses. I mean, I passed every eyeglass test there was, driving and everything. And then I started messing with cell phones a lot. I'm on them all the time, and then I need glasses. So, but it's always a fear that if I get rid of a shrimp, it could be that one that actually creates that look. Because look, the shrimp that came from their initial parents didn't come out a certain way. So if you call that, but that shrimp could carry the right gene. Just because it don't look like it doesn't mean it can't. It can't do it. So that's always a worry that right off the bat that I possibly could do something and lose. A good shrimp. Yeah, that's that. The whitest one is the red bolt. Uh, it's got a nice red head on it. It's starting to get older now, so I'll pull it out and I'll put it in my red bolt tank. I just wanted to make sure that that's what it was, because when it was born, it had like a little pink look to it, and I wasn't sure. I wanted to make sure. I didn't want to put it in there and really never see it again, because some of my tanks, my mosses are so thick. I mean, the 10 gallons, I have maybe 3 inches at the front of where you can see substrate, and then it's halfway up in the tank, so I literally have to pull it up and kind of move it around and everything just to see a shrimp. But it's a nice colored shrimp, but it's still really young, so it's just the camera's not showing its true colors. Oh, thank you, Warrior Planet Tanks, for sharing out the link. I appreciate it. You need a Slurpee straw, man. Precious placing. Yeah, I kind of have one, but it's a glass tube. I have a glass tube. I don't know. I just wanted to get it in here real quick, see how hungry and starving they were. And what the hell is that up in the plant? Well, that's not a Pinto all red. Or is it an all red Pinto? Where'd that come from? Wow, that's crazy. Looks like a cherry to me. How the heck did that happen? I'm telling you, every once in a while, I'll look around and you know, you I'll look up and I'll have a Snow White uh in my Shadow Panda tank. You know, they go up the filter on that top piece and beep, pop off, and then they go up in the other tank. Or when I had the rack over there, I didn't have the wood, and they would jump and go down to the tank below it. I was like, yeah, this is crazy. So now I run the water a little lower and have the filter in there further. But yeah, just crazy. Oh, you have orange-eyed red King Kongs. Are they extremes or just red King Kongs? Because I have the extremes, orange-eyed red King Kong extreme. Yeah, and I can't wait to see buried ones in there. Seeing they were so expensive, I could only afford six of them. That's what I'm saying. I have tons of shrimp, but to get the expensive ones, I can't. I can't afford to buy, you know, 20 or 50 of them. I mean, like I try to tell everybody, I pay the same amount everybody else pays. Just because I have somebody that get huge amounts of shrimp for doesn't mean that I'd call people up and be like, hey, yeah, can I get 50 of those, at what you pay for them? No, I have to buy the same, pay the same amount. So yeah, I start out, I got six, but I did get 15. I think I got 15 or 18 the um, Dragon Blood Blues though. It says I'm lurking in here drinking my birthday vino and getting my steak ready. Jeez, oh Pete, you guys are killing it. What I have today? Oh, Mama made pork chops, rice, pork chops, rice, and green beans. It was very yummy. She fries them in the pan, crispy, crispy pork chops. Steak sounds good. Warrior, happy birthday. Oh yeah, happy birthday, Warrior Planet Tanks. I didn't even catch that till now. Happy birthday. I'm very sorry that your birthday landed on a Monday, but I'm sure 2 years ago when it was on a Saturday was probably a good day. Yeah, the Red Bolts could take a long time to be able to tell. It's not a Pete's Golden Bee. Yeah, yep, yep, yep. Yeah, it looks like a Neo. I know, didn't it? It looks like a cherry. I don't know how the heck that got in there. See, sometimes it's like I'll be working in a tank. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I'll be in one, and I keep my nets dry. When I'm done, I hang them up, and they air dry. Uh, all my tanks are clean. I don't have any uh, bacterias or anything in my tanks. All my shrimp are super healthy. I mean, they sit there and chase each other. I mean, they just have a blast. So I don't have a problem going from one tank to another. I mean, I'm not, there's no, bacterias, bad bacterias, So, but what happens sometimes is I'll be in a tank doing something. I'll get done, be like, all right, I'm all done. Get up, go into another tank, and then I see the shrimp kick out from the tank prior that I was in. I was like, oh, I didn't even see him, and I got to get him back out. So that's probably what happened. I do that at times. Or like my black nets. I have the black Dennerley. I even sell these, but the black Dennerley nets, and these are like a nylon, so they really they can hold on really good in this. It's a soft nylon. It's not like a 3D net, but they're nice. They're really nice for the flat edge, Dan. They're really nice for if you want to get up, large amounts or, more than one at a time, shrimp off the bottom, just drag it really slow across the substrate and they just jump up into it because it's flat, so the net actually, like my good nets are these 3D nets and my wife keeps getting them for me, but uh these are $12 I pay for these. Um and these are like my go-to. They extend really long, but they're not as long as the Dennerley. Oh no, they are. Oh no, they're not. I was gonna say these Dennerleys are probably about 6, 8 inches longer. So yeah, see, it's about 5 inches. So they're a really long net. The only thing I don't like is these nets, the 3D nets. You can't turn this antenna handle. It doesn't slide. This black one, I can. It'll turn, so it's not super tight like these are. So is it a game changer? No, but like let's say you're coming along the bottom, you hit something, it'll turn the net on you, and then you gotta turn it back in your hand, and it'll spin it. See, it's not loose like on a bearing, but it will turn. That's the only thing I don't like about it. And that it's not a 3D net. I love the 3D nets are my go-to. Um, I just think they're the best thing. Uh, next to fried bacon. There's just nothing. I love a 3D net. I can pick. Excuse me. I can pick shrimp out all day long with 3D net and not care that I'm only getting one or two at a time. I don't need to use that other net. I don't. And it seems like a 3D net is less stressful on the shrimp because they'll like swim up in there and they'll hold on. They'll just, but the other nets can close around them, and it's like the black scares them. And I have white ones at the store. I got to go pick up. Try. I've never tried the white ones. I just got the black ones because I like the black ones. So I left the rest of them at the store, and there's black and white at the store. So I got to get some white ones and try those. But the shrimp, they're kind of scared. They see the black net coming and they kind of freak out. But the 3D white one, it don't bother them at all. Uh, yeah, found a blue bolt in my guppies. That's supposedly only had Neos in it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, that's like this tank right here is my Extreme Black King Kong tank, and uh, I had blue green emeralds in it. Well, I took them all out and sold them. Somebody wanted all of them, so I sold them. I kept like 6 uh, little babies, just little teeny tiny ones, And so I put those in another tank. Well, then I switched it all out. I mean, vacuumed it out, everything. Put new substrate in it for the Caridina, and next thing you know, the Extreme Black King Kongs have babies. Some are Black King Kongs, and the other ones are these blue. And I'm like, what the heck is this? Well, I don't know. To this day, they turned out being blue, incredible blue color. And I found one adult, and then I found another adult. It was like 2 days apart, and I pulled them both out, put them in the cull tank. Um, and then all of a sudden, all these babies were in there, and I thought they were Extreme Black King Kongs. They were dark blue, and then they turned black. Well, they didn't. They actually, as they grew up, they started getting like little black spots on them. But they didn't turn black, so I knew that they're Neos. But it was like, I don't know how that happened, but I sold all those in a big, huge bunch. The guy wanted every one of them because the blue was so pretty. I mean, the blue dreams didn't even look that nice. I should have kept them and just bred them out, but they're really nice. Uh, Hitch ride on some moss. Yeah, 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 yeah. Probably so because that's what I do. I pull when these tanks get so full. I mean, they're packed. And you always know when they start growing, that moss goes. I mean, like in a 2 week time, it can grow probably 4 or 5 inches. And it just looks like it took over a tank. So I'll rip off a chunk, up and down it real slow, like you're washing clothes, nice and easy, roll it around like a sponge filter, and then bring it out, stick it in a bucket with some water in it, let it sit for like 10 minutes, pick it up, don't see enough, put it in the next tank. Yeah, so I'm sure that's how it happened. My colony of 20 is mixed. About 6 red devils. Rest are varying amounts of clear/red. Yeah, red devil. Yeah, see, that's the thing is the red devils. Now let me ask you: are your red devils? Do they have the white on the tips of the tail or nothing? Because my extreme black King Kongs have white on the tips of their tails, but up there, I think that's what they're calling red devils now. They're all red and they have no white tips on their tails. They have orange eyes, and they're so red that they're turning like black. The blackish red, like my Bloody Marys. And I'm thinking because I don't think red devils have the white tips on the tails. They're just all red all the way through. So if that's what it is, then that's what I got is red devils. When actually I ordered Extreme Red King Kong's orange eye. Rest are varying amount of clear/red. Huh. Wonder what that is. The clear/red. Sounds cool though. It sounds like what's the click what does it start with the C? The red and they're clear. They got the stripes, the Clecco or oh god, can't believe I can't remember the name of that. I like those too. The Calicos. The Calicos, is it kind of like that? Are they clear body with red stripes? Fish Tropic, how many green jades you have right now? Oh, I don't know, 40, 50, but they had babies, so you know, there's probably I don't know how many babies in there. Nice on the blue calicos. Those are neat. Yeah, I got them over there. They came in real small. I'm hoping. I don't know. I I have a green thumb for breeding shrimp and fish. I don't ask me. I don't know how, but people I know say that I'm the best breeder that they know. Um, because shrimp that they say are really hard to breed, I do it no problem. I don't know what it is. I try to tell everybody you got to leave your stuff alone. Don't mess with it. Don't go over there messing with it all the time, putting your hands in it, doing this, doing that. It is they don't like it, and I think maybe because I feed more powder than I do hard food, you know, it could be a lot of things, but I don't know. Our crabs showing up on a fish. What'd you shake out to get crabs in your fish tank? Yeah, Fish Tropic says his shrimp net is game changer. Without it, he'd be lost. Oh yeah, yeah, crucial nets. I feel the same way. Yeah, white is your preference. Yeah, the black scares them. Can we see your blue dreams? Yes, you can. Uh, oh yeah, Red Riding Hoods. Those aren't too bad. They came out for a minute. They were, I don't know, a hot commodity for a minute. Now I don't see anybody selling them anymore. Orange Eye Extreme Red King Kong. Yeah. Okay. A Red Devil. Yeah, 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 yeah. Nice ones can have the black over or no white in tails, etc. Okay, that's what I have. My orange eyes, they don't have the white tips on the tails like my extreme black King Kongs. So that's what I ordered was extreme red King Kong's orange eye, and that's what I got. No white tails. So that's why I figured that's what they're calling the Red Devils because it doesn't have any white on it. And think pandas and striped red King Kong. Orange eye removes all white. Oh yeah, okay. When a female shrimp gives babies, do you think other shrimp die also? When a female shrimp ha- gives babies, do you think other shrimp die also? Well, 99.5% of white, they are working on bringing some of the white back. I have no clue. They just showed up. Oh, you're asking Dan that? Yeah, Dan has answers to a lot. Yeah, you can see blue dreams. Yes, we can. I'm not turning the camera so you can see the new handle. Don't try to. Don't think you're gonna be slick either and see it. I won't let it happen. Yeah, we'll go to Blue Dreams in a second. I just put food in here a little while ago in this Blue Bolt tank. It's my extreme tank that I'm working on. I got a there's a couple ones in there that got lighter tails. I just haven't got to it. And I got a couple in my I think Dan seen it yesterday in my tank over here that I could put over there. So I got to do some flip flopping here. But yeah, this is the tank I'm working on to get them real dark. Who was it? Oh, what's her face? Just put hers on Leah Jet. Holy crap! Did she have some dark shrimp? Did you guys see that video she put up? If you didn't, go check that out. Boy, she got some dark shrimp. Blue Bolt's looking hat. Yeah, this is the other tank I got, Dan. This is the 20 long. That because like I said, Blue Bolts change as they grow up. If they're super dark when they're babies, they can grow up and have white tails. So before I make my final decision on who's moving and who's not, I had to get them. I got to get them to a certain age. And as you see at one, well, you can't see it now; it's on top of the snails, but that one's tail turned lighter, so that one's gonna go. But there's been so many times where the blue bolts, you get them and they could be light, and then all of a sudden they darken up, and it's like they're, it, you, I don't know. It's just blue bolts are finicky, and that's why it's hard to even trust when somebody says, "Yeah, I'll sell you extreme blue bolts," because you get them, and if they're babies, they don't know how they're going to turn out. That's just the whole thing, Unless you got a colony and you're breeding them and you're getting, you know, 95 or 99%, uh, you know, rate to where they're staying dark blue, then fine. But I bought them and they were extreme blue bolts, and I had them for like 2-3 weeks, and the tails turned white. So I complained. They sent me almost 20 more, But so there's a couple in there light that'll have to come out, but yeah, and then it comes down to genes and all that. Yeah, I want to put those dark blue bolts in this tank. Those females from the other tank. I just want a tank with all blue ones, and then I'll work on darkness from there. I just want to get the recessive gene to where it's blue every time there's no white-tailed shrimp. That's my whole thing, because when I sell blue bolts, I want them to be blue, or you're going to, I get them out of the other tank, and they'll have blue heads and white tails, or some blue on the tail. But I would like all my blue bolts in this tank to be all blue. Now, it doesn't have to be dark blue, but literally all blue to, almost black would be nice. And then I'll work on, getting them all a certain darkness. But I got to get that gene in here first. And the gene's in there. It's good. I got it with a lot of them, so I just got to, now that they're at an age now to where they're getting, they can start breeding soon. I'll pull out those whiter ones. What do you mean it's hormonal for the females? They'll turn white for the females, or they'll turn, because that's what I'm saying. It's like when I buy them, they're real small, maybe quarter inch, and they're all blue. I mean, blue, dark blue. And then 2-3 weeks later, the tails start turning white on them. I'm like, what's going on? You know? And then they'll be like, well, what's your TDS at? And I'm like, don't even start all that. I got 40 freaking shrimp tanks. Don't even try it. And they'll even say, oh, yeah, it's a bad gene. I'll send you some more. And, so I don't get them all dark, but I'm going to try to. When my blue steel get up in numbers, want to select for blue, but also split by pure white versus yellow/white. Yeah, okay, on the tails, yeah. Oh yeah, because they come out so many different tones. Are all the shrimp bred in Detroit Park females, or is this a myth? I don't know. In Detroit Park females. I don't know if they're all females in Detroit Park. The females generally turn blue due to hormones, so probably part of the reproductive process. Yeah, right. Those ones that went light when they bury up again will probably darken. Well, it's like the what I'm thinking are the males, because those little ones, you know, they look like males to me. You know, I understand that the females will change darker because they're females, but I don't want, males with the white tails. I want males at least with blue on it, so they keep passing that gene along, and you get that recessive gene, because after a while, you're not going to be able to deny it. It's just going to always be a blue gene. I mean, it could take a while, but I mean, I know, you know, people do it, fight at it all the time. So I don't know. I'll just keep messing with it. And, oh yeah, they changed, and like over in my other tank, just my regular blue bolt tank, uh, those are just blue bolts that, when they're little, you don't know. And then when they grow up, they're getting to be super, super dark. So, those are the ones I'm going to move over to this tank. And I'll move the ones with the white tails over here to this tank. I'll just keep flip flopping, and, babies come, flip flop those, and just, keep it going. But all shrimp in the park are females chosen from those genetics. So there can be no intermingling. But I heard nature will find a way, Brian. Yeah, but if the females have the genetics, they're not the ones that pass it on. It's the male. But yeah, nature will find a way, and I'm just trying to help. At least that's what I'm telling myself. That high white female is super nice. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy them on the left screen. Oh, that's climbing on the wood right now? Yeah, see, I like how the blue goes down the tails. I don't if it's all white, it seems to me like the jean's a little low. Oh, here comes a nice one. Like she's frosted. Yeah, 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 yeah. Like she's got icy frosting on her. Yeah, like she's cold. Jurassic shrimp. All right, we can move to the blue dreams are all everybody's out. All the neos that I put the food in, they're all out right now. So I'm gonna have to pull it over some, ain't I? What did it do? Jam up on me? I must have hit a button, didn't I? Oh yeah. What? Oh, phone died. God dog it! I didn't even notice it. Hold on. God bless. Man, I hate when that happens. Really? Still jammed up? Well, we will fix that. I'm very sorry for the hold up here. I don't know what the problem was, but I will have it fixed in 1 second. No, it doesn't want to connect. I'll get it. God dog it. Hold on 1 second. Please. Boop, 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 boop. That's what I'm saying. This app stuff's terrible. That's why I want a Droid camera so bad. But yeah, can't find. There we go. Can't find one anywhere. Not one store has one for sale. Are you kidding me? Jesus, I still didn't get it. Wow, that's still crappy. Holy heck. There's a whole bunch up in the on the leaf. I'll angle it down in a minute. Pumpkin King, what's up? Pumpkin King in the house. What's good in the hood, B? It's all good in the hood. You know how it is. You know how it be over here. Just trying to get some shrimp video going. You need a few assassin snails. yeah, couple. I have to calm this down a little bit. There we go. That's not too bad. But the lights are getting ready to go off because 9 o'clock hit, so I gotta set them all off, turn them right back on. So come on. There we go. All right, good. Yeah, they all, they're on that timer, so they go to shut off at 9 o'clock. Um, it these tone down for a half hour. They go from 9 to 9:30, but at 9 o'clock they start to go down. So you gotta be on it. So you don't start losing, because you start losing the color and stuff, and you won't really notice. So all the ones behind me are they're all off already. The Fluvels go off at between 9 and I think 9:05 or something. What time is it? 9:06. So yeah, they do a 5 minute. Really? Where the hell does Big Huge Snail come from? Are you kidding me? Really? Yeah, I don't have a ton of snails. A lot of tanks, I almost have none due to the fact that I cut back on my feeding so much. They literally just die off. So I have to, stay on my water changes. I can't like be goofing around and go, well, I'll get it next week. No, because if I'm having shrimp or snail loss due to, lack of feeding so much, they'll bring my, the ammonia up and I got to watch that. But yeah, I like assassin snails. I actually breed rabbit snails. So I mean, it's not like I have tanks of them, but I have rabbit snails, and for the longest time, I used to get tons of them, and then people bought them off of me, and I kind of just kept a few, my favorites. So I'm kind of down to, and I stuck them in the 120 over there, so they'll really enjoy life because the heat over there is at 82. So rabbit snails. That's why people lose their rabbit snails die because they don't have them in the right temperature. A lot of people don't know about snails, and especially rabbit snails. They get them and they die. Even up at the pet store, like, yeah, we don't get rabbit snails. They die on us. I'm like, that's because you have them in a cold tank and they die. They have to have a warm tank or they'll die. uh, DNC at Detroit Shrimp Aquatics. Do you have hooker or distance? Distance moss. I believe that um oh, I have hooker race. Hooker race, the Physidin, the rare Physidins. I have that. Uh but my moss, I'll show it to you. I'll move the camera here in a minute off of this tank. Actually the yellow tank has it. Well, 95% of my tanks have it because it's my favorite moss. Um, it looks extremely beautiful. It's just incredible how it looks. So, yeah, that's what I have. I'll show it to you in a minute. I'm not exactly sure of the name. I've asked a few people, and somebody said weeping moss. Well, it doesn't weep. It doesn't. It grows up, and it's just incredible looking. So, and then other mosses I have. I've been doing this for a couple years, and ever since day one, people would send me, like I buy the shrimp and they'd throw a chunk of moss in there of something. And it was never anything that was actually growing well. That's why they throw it in there because it's not doing good for them. Well, I'd never throw it away. I'd just throw it in a tank. And now I have just huge amounts of other mosses that, I mean, my tanks are just exploding with them. And I'm thinking, well, thanks. You hooked me up with this cool stuff, and it was just a little itty bitty, just a little baby piece for like 10 shrimp, and now I have massive tanks, of all different stuff. But I only have one tank of guppy grass, and that's where my tangerine tigers are, and they're just, um, I don't know. I don't like to say the one word I used to use anymore, but it's crazy. The guppy grass just makes them grow and grow and grow. The snail wants its moment of YT fame. I'm going to hit you up on Instagram for my order. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cooper's. I can't do it this sec because my phone's down there, but I'll take care of you tonight. Are you gonna be up late? I mean, not like 2 in the morning. I mean, I was taking orders till 4 o'clock in the morning last night. Holy hell, it was crazy. Hello, Monica. How are you doing? I'm shipping some moss and plants out in the next few weeks. We'll check with you on Instagram. Oh, you're wanting to see if I happen to ship them out to me. Look, Dan, I am a moss. Uh, I don't know. I'm moss sensitive. I like my mosses. I like my mosses a lot. I don't do plants no more, because like I have pearlweed. I don't know if you need pearlweed or anybody needs pearlweeds. I have like 2 tanks or so with big bunches of pearlweed like this on top. I ordered it, thought it was great, and it is great. The shrimp love it. But if you have any mosses underneath and that pearlweed's keeping it in the dark, the moss suffers. So like my red or my orange lilies down here, they have no moss because that pearlweed's on the top of it. So I don't have any moss in it. I'd rather have moss than pearlweed floating around. And I don't like anything growing in the substrate like the guppy grass over here, due to the fact that when you go to move guppy grass, you pull it out, it disturbs all the substrate. Everything comes out and it destroys it and it looks like crap. So I don't like it anymore. I don't like messing with it. So I do not. Do not. But yeah, I'm always up for moss, bro. The guppy grass I gave you huge. Nice. That's what I'm saying. If you guppy grass, put it in the tank, let it go. Wherever it blows to, it hooks on, just leave it there. That's where it wants to be. It's kind of just like um Tang. That's another thing. That stuff is so fragile. Just put it in the tank and leave it. And all I do is I fluff it up so the water gets through there so it doesn't get like stagnant and, bunch of old food in there and stuff. And I stay away from the stem plants mostly too. Yep, only planted stuff I do are crypts. I do, yeah, I have some crypts, but I have some boosts. A friend of mine was supposed to everything else pretty much rhizomes or moss. Yeah, I got the hickorace, if that's how you sell or say it. I got the physcidin that looks like ferns. I have some of that small stuff. I have a few things. Um, but yeah, I gave up on everything else. It's just it was too hard to transfer around, because once it got settled, you go pull it out to move it because the plant would get so massive that I mean it just wouldn't look good in the tank anymore. It'd be grown out of the tank and stuff. So if it was like a sword or something, then I'm like stuck with this sword. So I go to take it out and then I'm stuck with this sword that I have to deal with, and um, that it would just the substrate would be everywhere, and I just didn't like it no more, so I just decided not to do it no more. So that's how I ended up getting all mosses. But I'll show you some here, Dan, in a second. Boost is good stuff. Yeah, I always talk about him because he's a really, really, really good guy. I don't know if you've ever come across him. His products, look, I don't try to pump nobody up unless they do good by me. His name is Hung Tran, HUNGTRAN, Hung Tran. He's got what's her face's fancy black shrimp, not the tiger. They're tigers, but they got that other name. They're what's that I think they're aren't they made by that woman? Um, oh God, I can't think of it, but they're a tiger. But he's got really good quality stuff. He sells lots of boosts. He's got massive boost plants that he sells. I mean, the guy's he's about his business, you know. But he just sent me stuff for. He was supposed to move, and he's like, "Look, I got all this extra stuff. You want it?" I was like, "What?" And he just sent it to me. And then they had a big, huge hailstorm, and it destroyed all the siding on his house and busted his cars all up and everything. So he had to stay to do his insurance, stuff. And so, yeah, he ended up. That's how I got all my Subwasa tank, all my boosts, and it flowers all the time. It's really good stuff. Going to get some sleep. Thanks for everything, Brian. Hey, Monica, make sure you spell that Brian with an I. There ain't no Y over here. Good night, all, and good night. I seen him on the auction site. Yeah. He's Mo Polar. Yeah, he's got Mo's. They're not fancy tiger. They're the safari. Yeah, he's got the black safari. Oh, they're gorgeous because it looks like the tiger stripes come from underneath up. Dude, he's got high quality stuff. Hung Tron is no joke. He doesn't play games. You know, he's not. He's nothing. Yeah, you go on them auction sites. He sells his stuff. And you can ask him. Tell him I sent you. And if you want like boosts or something, his stuff is. I mean, like I said, I still have all the boosts he ever gave me, and all I did was stick it in the tanks, and not one of it died. And some flower more than others, but I mean, it's surprising that they send you stuff, and immediately within the first few months, it's already blossoming white flowers. So it's super pretty. Don't ask me what kind it is. I don't know anything about boosts. It was free, and it looks cool. So that's what kind I have. The free stuff that looks cool. That's stuff I like. All right. Yeah. Yeah, he's a good dude. Real good dude. That's what I'm saying. I'll put his name out there. I do a lot. Because he's good. I want to pass so other people know. Uh, let's see. Oh, hold on, Dan. Can you see that moss, Dan? That's some of my moss that I keep. That's a smaller bunch. Uh, that's about the size of a bowling ball. All right, I'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by, Warrior Planet Tanks. Nice to meet you. Come back again. Hit that thumbs up. Hit the subscribe, please. It means the world to us. Yeah, and happy birthday, too. I like that. I like something. I have something set. Now, hold on. I'll show you better ones. Hold on. Yeah, see, this is growing out. I got more, but this is the fishbone tank. That's still, you can't really tell that much. How about that? You see that before? That's the one that's 95% of the whole tank. That's literally, I mean, it's just massive. Pumpkin King, yes, sir. We have some awesome nights here. Took over my 7-gallon cube, had to pull it out, was crowding out my Pink Panther. Oh, yeah, them are nice. And Cherry Boost. Oh, yeah. Dan Sleep. How's that food? Coma try. Yeah. Where you at, Pumpkin? So hit my cell later on, buddy. Okay. All right, Cooper Cichlids. You got it. Very nice. And yeah, I think similar, same as my mysterious moss. I know, aren't they all mysterious? Oh, look at that. Look at that the blue steel right there. Or I mean blue bolt. I mean red bolt. I'm sorry. Where am I getting blue? Red bolt. Lit ahead on that. This is my breeding project. That one's sweet. Yeah, they're red bolts. But that's why I don't mess with this moss because they're in there propagating. They had babies. 2 came out, but they're small, but they look all white. So, um, I gotta work on it. I'm eating a Sunday, not sure yet. Boy, oh boy, everybody's treating themselves. Getting there. Pumpkin King. I'm in Georgia. Yep. Haha. Sunday after the pie. Nice pumpkin. Wow, super awesome. Looks like a forest of ferns. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's what I'm saying. The stuff is incredible. I just don't know the name of it, but it grows up. It doesn't slouch or anything like that. It grows toward the light. That's what I like about it. But yeah, see, I'm working hard on these shrimps. These red bolts, red steels, red bolts. We'll see how they come along. I want to get them to steels, but we'll see. But they got like a cherry head on them. Oh, they're so cool. It's just trying to work them in there. Looks like a forest that's so green and no algae. Yeah, that's hey, I try. I put my bacteria in there. My live bacteria, they just tear it up. Plant eats everything, and I mean the healthy tanks, nice and green. That orange pops. Yes, sir. Wow, awesome shrimp and clothes. Yeah, see how they creep out of it? They come crawling out of it out of nowhere. That's what I like. They just hide and they feed all over that moss all day, every day. So, the moss is providing most of their food. I really don't have to dump a ton of food in there, because, the everything that's growing on it, they're just going to town. They love it. I thought was orange sakura at first when out of focus. Oh yeah, no, no. These are Red Bolt. Red Bolt. I'm seeing if they'll give me the steel or if they'll just be Red Bolts. Food. Brian, send me some of that stuff. Yeah, I can send it to you, Tropic. I just put it in a Ziploc baggie. Put it in one of those envelopes with the air bubbles in it. They ain't gonna know, and I'll just I can mail it to you. Like I said, it's you just gotta stick it in the tank and leave it. Give it a little food. Look, where did these shrimp come from? They're just sneaking out. I'm gonna tag you in a picture of my big hybrid cichlids so you can see them later. B. All right, cool. Thanks, brother. Maybe breed some blue balls. I get plenty of that. Tank's starting to get algae in it again on my one Fissidin. Let me see what else I could show you. We do some. Oh, here, watch. God, dog it. Now that's a different one totally there too. Let me see if I can get this back some. That's about it. Yeah, this one's a little harder to see because there's so much of it. It's so close to the front of the glass, and right in front of it is a piece of wood, and Java moss is grown all over that. So the backside's a whole another moss also. Yeah, it's really weird all the different ones that I have. Is that any better? Probably not, huh? Yeah, pretty sure that's distich moss or a close relative. All right, yeah, it's came in a shrimp tank a long time ago. um, Yeah, there's those orange eyes. If it's still, then for sure, but the growth pattern that zigzags looks like it. That's one trippy, looks like pine forest at the top. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It just grows. I mean, it just covers the whole tank. So, and then it's got a Sawasatan in the back of this tank. It's full. This is the red-headed pinto, and then that's that hooker ice, that rare stuff that I repropagate and keep it going and keep it. Shoot, that stuff I paid. There's that little baby shrimp right there on the end of that. That sure looked like a little shrimp that swam up there right on the end of the wood. It's gone now. It went inside. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that hooker ace or hooker yeah. Oh yeah, those red devils, they're good and red. Yeah. Yeah, it is. I think I paid $25 for 15 uh little, fronds of that, prongs of it. 15 of them I paid 25 bucks when I first got it. Uh so yeah, the stuff's not cheap. But so that's one of those clay bottoms with the screen, and I laid I don't know how many all over it. Closed that screen up, bent it over, sat it in there. Now it grows up. It's probably about close to 3 inches now, and then I'll cut it all. My wife will go in there and cut it all down, give it a haircut, and then I'll lay it on something else, tie it on, and let that, and I just keep doing that. I'll probably start selling it soon, but I want to make a bunch of it because I don't want to sell it and then I'm out. So I missed the Red Devils. I tagged you in my Red Devil B. Thank you, sir. Distance is a rare one as well. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'd have to like do my phone, not on this app, just video it or take pictures of it to send it to you better because the quality of camera on my phone is really, really high. There's one of the shrimp right there. And this tank, they don't stop breeding either. I put that live bacteria and stuff I got in there and that immune booster. Holy crap, they don't stop no more. I mean, it's just batch after batch after my pure black lines up there. I think I got 4 batches in there now. They just keep going and going and going. It's I don't know. It's the products I got. Yeah, they hang in the back all by the filter. Um, yeah, they're all on the filter pads back there and everything. They don't hang out too much up front. They just everything likes to chill inside. Nice Pinto Red. Yeah, I got the whole tank like that, and they breed true. Surprising, they do. I bought just a batch of just the redheads, and surprisingly, every baby that comes out is a redhead. I'm very very happy. They're all Irish. Now that's some hairy stuff for you. It's a real firm, stick-like moss. Let me see if I can better that up. See, over here it looks good, but blown up, it doesn't look that it's that good. That ain't gonna make a difference. Yeah, it's a real heavy moss. So I'm saying I got quite a few mosses. I just don't know what they all are. I got a bunch of different ones. Sebastane, more of that moss. The stick moss, Sebastane. Yeah, so it's kind of about. Now I'm gonna show you this tank. This tank is got algae in it, but I let it go. It's a newer tank, but it's I'll show you. I know the glass is dirty because that's the new bacteria that I have. I want to see how much algae it really grows. It grows a lot, but that's a whole nother one right there. It's super cool because it looks like a pine tree because it's grown up and all the tips are real bright green. Well, even if you don't have a name, give them a label and keep track of them. I'm sure people would buy it, even if unknown, if you got pics of it. Yeah. I could do that. Yeah, the growth patterns are real cool. Oh, let me see if I can pan down. Like I said, the glass is dirty due to my live bacterias because, to see how much the shrimp like it, so I don't clean it off yet. See, and then that's that fern down there. And I don't know the name of that fern Fissidin, but uh, I bought 2 mats of that. They were small, then they just overpowered the 3D things they were on, the little trays. So I just cut them off and I got that big one and I got a big huge piece in another tank. So yeah, it looks like ferns like in the woods. Like I said, you'd see it way better if the glass didn't have all that algae, but that's the blue steel tank. But that moss goes all the way to the back too. And you can see it, it's, opened more in this tank. All right, Pumpkin King. Good night, brother. So yeah, that's That's what I got. I mean, that's not all. I mean, not all my tanks, but the rest is, same stuff. It just depends on what tank. 20 longs have I keep like two different mosses in them. Same stuff that I have, but instead of just one, like I keep the moss over here, Sawasatang here, two different mosses in there, and actually a plant or two plants. It's just all sorts of stuff. But yeah, uh, it came down from plants to just mosses. All I like now is doing the mosses. So have a good night there, Pumpkin King. Might have to end it up on 2 hours now. We could probably call it a night. It is almost 10 o'clock. But yeah, I'm glad you came out and checked my stuff out again, Dan. I really appreciate it. Oh, you want to see the booth? Okay. Uh, don't hold it against me. Some of it's got a piece of algae on it. Yeah, there you go. Boy, this camera really makes it look like crap. Yeah. Yes, they are saving it for later. Well, it's the hair algae. I've been fighting it. Um, I do my water changes, but before I didn't feed my plants. I would just let them eat. Everything just ate out of the tank water. So whatever nutrients were in there, that's what they'd eat. Well, um, I started dripping uh, some plant food in there, and excuse me, and I seen that it started to change and stuff, but I've never fed my plants or my mosses, and then it seems like without feeding them, then algae, that hair algae starts. And then when the hair algae starts, and I have to use the peroxide, like my pure black line tank up there. I've been fighting that for a long time, and I get it down to where it's almost gone. The moss is starting to grow now; it's starting to overpower and take over. Well, that's what has to happen. Is that moss needs to not be choked out by the algae anymore, and then it'll be fine. But like these tufts of algae sitting there, throughout the tank, it's like, the tank's clean. You see the substrate and everything. I just get little tufts of that algae, and I don't know. They're happy. They do real good. So it is what it is, I guess. But uh, I wouldn't mind if it went away. But yeah, then I have the seed shrimp in there, and But the red Rillies, they love it. So yeah, Boost is hard to get. Yeah, it's hard to. Yeah, I asked him what the Boost was. He said he didn't know. Right, that's what I'm saying. I don't use fertilizers either, and I just started using it to try to combat the algae to give the plant a little bump, so it could, get its roots going again, start taking off and get strong again, and it could overpower the algae. I mean, I go in there and I pull a bunch out, and then I'll put the peroxide in, and then I'll uh put a box over it, for like half of the day that the lights are on. I just cover the top and let lights come in the side, and the peroxide and everything helps. But if I don't stay on it, the algae will come back because it's it's in there. You gotta do it every day, and I forget to do it every day, so it kind of catches up to me. But all right, Dan, I really appreciate you being here. I have to call it a night. It's surprising because last night I was on till like 1:30, 2 o'clock, but I got a bunch of stuff I got to pull, get ready, got to get the kid in the shower and bathed up and everything, and finish my night out. So thank you, everyone, Pumpkin King, and everyone that's Fish Tropic, and everyone that's coming here, Cooper Cichlids. I'm really glad to see you guys here. I had a good time tonight, like I do every night with you guys. I love all the questions. Um, and yes, thank you for showing up. So if you guys ain't doing that tomorrow, come on back and check us out Tuesday night. It's Taco Tuesday. So show up for that. And it's almost Thirsty Thursday. So hurry up, come back for Taco Tuesday. So peace. Thanks for showing up and stay shrimpy, everybody. All right. Have